For 521 problem, at the top plane we will first make a sketch, which will be a corner rectangle. And that corner rectangle is going to be a 4-inch long and will be 1.125. It is a 1.18 width. Now I'm going to extrude this up according to a drawing, so that's the one end. Let's check back what is the proper dimensions here. Okay, so I'm going to extrude it for a 1 3/8 up to here. Okay, plus 1.18 divided by 2. Okay, so let's do this. So I will extrude it to 1 plus 3/8 plus 1 plus 1.8 divided by 2. And that will create the base feature. Now, I can do immediately the fillets to make this rounded at the top. And the 9/16 radius, so the fillet will be a fillet. And this will be just the full face fillet, full round fillet. So slide face 1, slide side face 2, and side face 3. Now I'm going to create the cut-through situation. So the cut-through will be a rectangle which will be offsetted. So I'm going to create a sketch and I will place it on one of the side. Look straight for the sketch and I will use, remember our offset entity? We'll use the offset entity, however I will deselect select chain. And let's say we have a 1/4 of the inch, and the 1/4 of the inch will be reverse direction, and 1/4 of the inch will be again, let me just see something what is happening here, offset 1/4 of the inch. If I choose this one, reverse click OK. Now I'm going to offset this for the 1/4 of the inch. It's correct. The bottom is offsetted for a 3/8. So I will click on an offset, type in 3 divided by 8, click on a bottom line, and click a reverse to get it offsetted up. Now I need just to calculate or to determine the one more. And we know that 1 3/8 distance will be from our last line. So we will place the last line. And we are going to specify the distance, the vertical distance, and that distance will be calculated. We know that there is a 1 3/8 is from here to there. Okay, so that's the 1, pardon, yep, that's the 1 3/8. And then there is a 9/16 from that. So essentially, if I click here to here, and I put the 9/16, I will put here, from here to here, 9 divided by 16. That will give me my first rectangle cut. 9 divided by 16. Yes. And this is a symmetry. Let's just check something else here. Actually, I may have miscalculated the height. Let me see, the height is at 1 plus 3 divided by 8. plus 916 radius. No, it's correct. Okay. Alright, so here we are. Now, because this is the same, so 916, 916, we are going now to cut this out. And to cut this out, we'll go to Features, Extruded Cut. And we are going to choose inside here, not the thin features, but we are going to select Contour. And we are going to select Contour, this one, and the condition will be a true. Now, we also know that there is a 3/4 here, so we are going to make another sketch. I'm going to place this time centered rectangle, which I'm going to center around my midpoint to make it up. I'm going to make that this rectangle distance from here to there is going to be a 3/4. And I was able actually to use the symmetry, but we already have started. Okay, that's correct, because that's symmetric. And I'm going to just make another line, which will be like this bisecting line. And that's all what I need to make the secondary cut. I will go Extrude Cut. And again, I'm going to choose the contour, which will be these two contours. And I made the appropriate cut. Now, I can make the central boss, and that boss is 3/8 high and 3/4 diameter by 760. Okay, 3/4 diameter. So that will be another sketch, and that sketch will be placed on the inner surface. I will choose circle. Place it something like this. I'm going to find the midpoint of this edge. See if we can, or we can just put the dimensions. It's another way, will be just to dimension from corner to there. That's the horizontal dimension will be 2. And sidewise or vertical dimension will be 1 plus 1/8. 8 divided by 2. And the last dimension is my diameter. And the diameter is a 3/4. And I'm going to extrude this. And the height of that extrusion, according to a drawing, is a 3/8. Now all what is left is some hole wizards and additional fillets. So let's see, the holes are the 5/8 and 7/16. So let's make those holes. Hole wizard. If I choose the standard hole, 5/8 exists as a standard size. Let's find the 5/8. 5/16, nice. Okay, here is the 5/8. When the 5/8 and condition will be true all, and the position, we just really need the one hole. The position will be somewhere here, because then condition is true all. Doesn't matter that we have nothing here, it will drill through the entire object. Press escape, and now I click on that point, and I click on the arch, and I will make them concentric. And I need another hole wizard. And that hole wizard is going to be a 7/16 size. And again, through all. 5/16, 3/8, 7/16. And position will be escape, click on a point, click on an edge, concentric with this circular edge. that take care of this hole. And now what we need to do, we need to place some fillets, and those fillets are 1/8 of the inch. So if I click on a regular fillet, 1/8 inch fillet, and those fillets are actually both at this surface, they are also at this surface if you look, and they are also at this surface, at this surface, at this edge here, as well as at this. Let me see, that was not correct. The edge 5. If I don't do tangential, let me see just something. Fillets. Yeah, if you look at the drawing, it's all rounded kind of there, so it's filleted here. Definitely, actually not as a face, it should be this one. We have this fillet. We have this fillet. And then we do have this fillet here. However, not with the down. Fillet is probably the worst one, the worst command in Solidworks. This will need to be a multiple fillets. So this will be the... This one is actually, yeah, it is filleted. Now it's try to be too intelligent for a fillet, and that make it be really difficult to control it. Or okay, so that fillet, actually that fillet there is not there. Let's think about that drawing again. So there is definitely a fillet here, and there is a fillet here. Those two are definitely there based on the drawing, and then there are the same on the other side. And then if you look at the drawing, there is also, no, that's essentially those two, and then we have a fillet here and there. Fillet. Fillet. And the last fillet is around that boss. And there is your model completed. Here is the model completed. And let's see if it mass. And the mass is 0.92 pounds. Okay, this concludes this demonstration.